What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch-along. In today's video, we're going to be doing the live watch-along of the UEFA Champions League last 16 second leg clash between Manchester City and Borussia Monchengladbach. But before we crack on with this live watch-along, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It is free. We are aiming for 16,000 subscribers. We're actually very close now to 15,900 subscribers. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying this live watch along. We are aiming, of course, once again, minimum 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're already 75 likes away from that. So any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. Don't forget also my social media links. You can find them in the description below and also on the banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email is also in the description below and on the banner too if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching this after the end of the live stream, then do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Or live chat just on the side if you are watching this currently live with your score predictions for this game, what you've made of the teams, and also where you are tuning in from. I can see we've already got Carly tuning in, so thank you very much for that. JSGC member Adam as well tuning in, going for 3-0 to Manchester City and 100 likes as well, so thank you very much for that, getting access there to custom stickers and emojis on this live stream too, so thank you Adam for that. It is much appreciated. Dragon saying let's go for 200 likes. Well, let's see how quick we get to 100 likes first before we start jumping up with bigger numbers. We've got Javid in the chat, we've got AG in the chat, we've got Alex once more in the chat as well, we've got Mark 2, Nadir going for 3-0 to Manchester City, we've got Mixin moderating as well. Hello Aaron, thank you for tuning in, going for 3-1 there I presume to Manchester City. JP going for 2-0 to Manchester City, Harris tuning in as well, going for 1-0 to Manchester City and 3-0 on aggregate, and also we've got Junaid tuning in too, a JSGC regular. I am very well, Junaid. How are you, Junaid? Going for 2-0 to Manchester City with goals from Mahrez and De Bruyne. We've also got Mitch as well tuning in once more too. So yeah, much appreciated. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. It is much appreciated by me. Thank you for choosing the JSGC channel for your live watch along of this UEFA Champions League last 16 second leg match. So before we do crack on with the preview for this game and we have a look at the starting 11 for both teams and what direction I think the game may head in, just want to give a quick big shout out to OneFootball, today's sponsor of today's live watch along. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and download the best footballing app and also help to support the future content created here on my channel, then do go and press that link at the top of my description to take you to the download page to download OneFootball. OneFootball is the best footballing app out there. In my complete honest opinion, keeps you up to date with all the latest live league tables, latest fixtures, results, live statistics. Also what channel you can watch today's game on, by the way, which is on BT Sport if you are tuning in from the United Kingdom. It also keeps you up to date with the latest news and transfer news as well, and is one of my sources that I do like to use to keep me up to date with the latest transfer information. We've got our promo video ready to roll, so like we always do on our live streams, roll it. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go download the app, all you need to do, press that link at the top of my description. And we're going to be using OneFootball as our help for preview for this game between Manchester City and Borussia Monchengladbach. City, of course, holding a 2-0 advantage from the first leg, our away match. It was in Budapest, of course, at the Puskás Arena in Hungary. This game today is also from the Puskás Arena in Hungary, so it is making it a bit fair. The reason for that is due to coronavirus restrictions in Germany. For the first leg, it was allowing Manchester City into the country without having to isolate. Wouldn't happen. And then it's also about Monchengladbach leaving the country, coming to England, staying in England, then going back to Germany and staying in Germany. The quarantine as well, yeah, it just didn't work, so it's been played at a different venue, which both teams have agreed that it's going to be in Hungary, so it does make it fair. We know what the pitch is like, we know what to expect from Monchengladbach. We hold a good 2-0 advantage, so I'm hoping that City can perform just like we did in the first leg and we can go through. And I'm hoping it's going to be a comfortable game for Manchester City. I know how City are, I know how we are in the Champions League. We never do things straightforward, but surely we won the away match 2-0. Surely there's not going to be too many hiccups here from Manchester City. We've gone with a really nice, strong team, so hopefully we can make it through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Just by the way, we have got another Champions League game going on this evening too at the same time as this game. It's Real Madrid taking on Atalanta. Real Madrid playing at home in Spain. Real Madrid holding a pretty slender advantage, but an advantage nonetheless with a 1-0 victory over Atalanta in Italy. So Atalanta's got it all to do at the Bernabeu. Obviously, are they playing at the Bernabeu? I'm not too sure that they are. They might be playing at Real Madrid's B team's ground. I'm not too sure. Anyway, Atalanta well up against it, needing obviously to win and needing to score at least 2 goals to go through in that game on away goals if they do win by 1, but score 2 or more goals. So there we go. That's the permutations for that game. The permutations for this game, pretty straightforward. Monchengladbach need 2 goals. A 2-0 win for them sends it to extra time. Any win by 2, as long as they score 3 or more goals, sends them through. For Manchester City, we can lose this game and still go through, of course, if we lose by 1 goal, or we go through with any draw, or we go through, of course, with any victory. And I think we've got to have high expectations. We've got to be saying to the players, forget about what happened in that first leg and us winning 2-0. This is 90 minutes. Get the job done. Treat it like it is a 90-minute match, like it is any other game. Go out there, play good football, be clinical, win the game. City do that, City go through. City don't do that, that's where hiccups may come to start. Monchengladbach, though, in my opinion, going to have to be a lot better than what they were in that first leg. I thought Monchengladbach were not closing down the space well enough going into that first leg. There was allowing City far too much space to dictate and control that game. I think Monchengladbach will have had a good look at what Manchester United did to us at the Etihad Stadium, how take the game to Manchester City, be willing to attack, defend in numbers, and see where you can go from there, and try and be clinical. If they can do that, then they'll be trying to get themselves back into this game. What Monchengladbach need, I think you get a better assessment at half-time. They need some kind of advantage. They need to be ahead. If they're ahead, then it gives City something to think about going into the second half. Like I said, I'm hoping that City will just get the job done here, and we can move on from there. So, moving on to the teams for today. We'll start off with our oppositions first, Borussia Monchengladbach. They've gone with quite an attacking team, which is what I was expecting them to do. So they've gone with Jan Sommer in goal. They've gone Lehner at right back and Bespieni at left back. I hope I said his name right. This is all according to OneFootball, by the way, today's sponsor. Go and download the app if you want, through the link at the top of my description. They've got Ginter and Elvedi through at the centre-backs. Then in the middle, they've got Neuhaus, Akaria and Hoffman. Very attacking option there. Hoffman going into a 3-man midfield. They've got Stindl playing further ahead of them, and then Briel, Bolo and Marcus Thuram starting up top there. So plenty of options there. I imagine they'll be looking to try and get Steedle and Hoffman going forward as much as possible. Neuhaus possibly going forward as well. Denis Zakaria, of course, a player that Manchester City are having a look at as potentially as a Fernandinho replacement in the summer. He may be told to be a bit more creative and a bit more adventurous, and so we'll see how that works into the favour of Borussia Monchengladbach. So yeah, they're going for an attacking team. They're 2-0 down. They're going to have to take the game to Manchester City, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. With Manchester City, it looks like we're just going to pack the midfield, really. We've gone with Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker right back, and João Cancelo at left back. We've gone with the centre-back partnership of John Stones and Ruben Diaz once more. We've got Rodri playing in a double pivot alongside Ilkay Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva that's going to be playing further ahead of them. It's informed Riyad Mahrez on the right wing, informed left winger Phil Foden on the left, and it looks like it's going to be Kevin De Bruyne going through the middle at Manchester City. Of course, with De Bruyne, he can drop deeper. Bernardo Silva could go through the middle. Bernardo Silva could drift out wide, and it could be Foden going through the middle or Mahrez going through the middle. Whoever wants to go through the middle, pretty much there. I think it's a big kick in the teeth that for Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero. I was expected Sergio Aguero to potentially have started in this game to get more minutes under his belt. He got a goal in his last game after starting, and I thought City may have been looking for a bit of momentum, but there we are. And I thought Jesus had a pretty decent game against Monchengladbach. Barring that pretty bad one-on-one opportunity, I didn't think Jesus had too bad of a game in that game, and so yeah, kick in the teeth there that he isn't starting. So yeah, both of them players on the bench for Manchester City. So we've got Jesus and Aguero on the bench, along with Zach Steffen, Fernandinho, Eric Garcia, Aymeric Laporte, Alexander Zinchenko, Ferran Torres, Raheem Sterling, Nathan Ake, Benjamin Mendy, and Scott Carson. So nice to see Nathan Ake coming back into the City team there. Raheem Sterling, lots of controversies been surrounding him this week about apparent falling out with Pep Guardiola, which Pep has dismissed and said that pretty much isn't the case, and Raheem Sterling's also confirmed that that isn't the case. Raheem Sterling actually had a bit of a knock and was rested at the weekend, so it's nice to see Raheem Sterling returning back to the squad, and probably will start at the weekend against Everton. Seems to be he's not starting in this game. I don't think there's anything more into that in my honest opinion. It's also, yeah, it's City allowed to make 5 substitutes in this game, and considering we've got a big game on Saturday in the FA Cup quarter-final game, it's a knockout game, I'd probably look into utilise them 5 substitutions as well. I just remembered I've not done the Borussia Monchengladbach bench, so they've got Hans Wolf on the bench, Traore, Sippel, Kramer, Lazaro, Plee, Grun, Wendt, Jansk, I probably said his name wrong, Herman Bayer, and Michael Lang as well. I'm no expert on Borussia Monchengladbach's team. I know they're not in great form. I think Manchester City showed what we can do against them in the last game that we played against them in the first leg in Hungary, so I'm hoping that we can just take the game to them and treat this like a normal 90 minutes, but I'm excited with Monchengladbach going with an attacking team and an attacking lineup to see what they do to Manchester City. Will they take the game towards right from the off or not? We'll have to wait and see. So, big shout out there to Jagon. I hope I've said your name right. Jagon Westpill. Thank you very much for the £2 donation. It is much appreciated by me, helping to support the future content created here on my channel. Going for Bernardo is the key to us winning the UEFA Champions League. I think Bernardo Silva running through the middle. I think he's having a great season, and I think he could be right there. I think he offers something completely different to the rest of our midfielders. I think he's full of creativity there. I think he's got all the quality there to cause a lot of problems, and he's almost like a little David Silva in there that can sit into the pockets, find the space, drift in and out from the defenders, and he also helps to create space for other players as well. So I think you could be right there. Bernardo Silva has been key, and don't forget when Kevin De Bruyne picked up his injury, it was Bernardo Silva that stepped up to the plate and showed just how good he can be, and I'm happy to see Bernardo Silva starting once more. If I'm completely honest, I think Bernardo Silva, along with Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez, would be one of the first names on my team sheet, because I think they're in form. I think they're doing that well. We've got Mohammed tuning in on the chat as well, so thank you for that. Going for 4-0 to Manchester City. Tafazul too, thank you for tuning in, it's much appreciated. Marius, the draw for the quarterfinals, if City do make it, if you are interested, regardless of City going through or not, will be on Friday morning. I think it's at 11 AM GMT here in the United Kingdom. I will be doing a reaction later in the day for the draw as well, if Manchester City are in that as well. So So there we go. We've got Clarksman as well. Thank you for tuning in. A JSGC regular, along with Moni Fernandez as well. Another JSGC regular. Thank you for tuning in. Citizens for Life as well. Thoughts on Liam Delap? I think he's a very good player. Rumoured to be going out on loan. Get that loan move right. I think that'd be really good for his development. I think he needs a good loan and getting lots of competitive football under his belt. I think that he's showing that the under-23s Premier League is far too uncompetitive for him, and so getting him to a competitive team, playing a competitive football in a competitive league would do him the world of good. He bangs in the goals there, come back to City and see where he goes from there. Someone compared him to Harry Kane, because a few loans it took Harry Kane to get it right, but when the Tottenham got it right and he got given the chance there, it worked wonders for him. So there we go. Nadia, I'm not too sure what's happened to Di Maria. I've not seen what happened to Patricio either, though I'm sure people will let me know what happened there. Remain tuning in from Jamaica, going for 4-0 to Manchester City as well. And Javid, I do hope that if City do go through, it isn't Bayern Munich, but with the restrictions in Germany, it may mean that we don't have to play them at the Allianz Arena, which I think is a good plus point. I'd rather face them at a neutral venue than at the Allianz Arena, but when you've got the big competitions, the biggest in the world, you're facing the best teams in Europe and from around the world, at some point you've got to play them. Obviously, I'd rather avoid playing them until a semi-final or a final, but if it comes in the quarterfinals, it comes in the quarterfinals. As Mohamed's going for the first goal from Riyad Mahrez. My score prediction for this game is 1-0 to Manchester City, and I think that goal is going to come through Kevin De Bruyne. Ryan, I think I'd be pretty happy with PSG in the next round. I think the teams I want to avoid, probably Liverpool. I think if Chelsea go through, I think they're another team I'd probably want to avoid, because I think City would be favourites for them games, and I think the English teams will be the underdog and they'll be really up for it and riled up, and I think it'd just make a really difficult game for us. I'd rather avoid facing an English side. We've seen what's happened at quarter-final stages when facing underdog teams. I don't think it suits City too well, so facing someone like PSG where there is expectation there, I think it'd really suit us. So yeah, I'd be really happy to face PSG in the next round. I wasn't too impressed with them against Barcelona. I just thought Barcelona weren't very good, if I'm completely honest. Thought Barcelona were a lot better in the second leg than they were in the first leg. Obviously lots of quality in that PSG side, and we'd have to take them very seriously. We'd have to play 2 perfect games to knock them out, but I'd be confident we could get that done. Doan going for 4-0 there to City and tuning in from Jamaica. Nice, I like that. Mixed, I did see your comment before, it did make me laugh. Your team, Preston, already 1-0 down and down to 10 men as well. Ouch. Not a good start. I'll hop on board your bandwagon and say, kneel out. There you go. I'm just having a look around now, just to see what's happening from around the grounds. I did notice that Jordan Pickford's out of the international break for England, so that means Jordan Pickford won't be starting against City on Saturday for Everton. And Harry tuning in all the way from Ireland, I like that. Going for 1-0 to Manchester City, a safe win. That's what I'm going for as well, a 1-0 safe win for Manchester City, as we're now already up to 40 likes, so we're only 60 likes away from my target of 100 likes. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, will be much appreciated. If you are watching this, then do leave a thumbs up, that would be great. Dortmund, I think, could be an interesting one in the next round, but all I'm going to say is we've got a game today to focus on first before we get too carried away. We've got a job to get done. Get the job done, then go from there is what I would say with regards to potential progress in the Champions League. That's what I would be looking towards anyway, as we're now only 8 minutes away from kickoff here. So once more, just going to give this time to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. If you want to go and download the OneFootball app, then do go and do so through the link at the top of my description. Lots of people rave about how good the app is. They're not wrong, it is a very good app to have. So if you haven't already, then do go and download the OneFootball app. If you want to support the future content created on my channel, then pressing that link at the top of my description and downloading the OneFootball app does help to do so. I've just got my promo video, which I'm going to roll for you one more time before we do get started, ready for the live build-up to kick off for this game. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and download the app, just press the link at the top of my description to take you to the download page. Now, Mixed, I've just seen that Alex Neil has also been sent off as well. Yeah, you've just put it in the chat there. What's going on? What's going on? That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Things definitely not going according to plan for my brother's team, Preston, away in Middlesbrough in the Championship. We've got, so Adam, that's Bergham's there tuning in, so thank you for tuning in. Asim as well, thank you for tuning in too. Marius, I reckon Real Madrid will go through against Atalanta, and to be honest, I won't mind facing Real Madrid again, if I'm honest. If City go through and Madrid go through. So there we go. Who else have we got? Have I missed anybody else off? Oh, we've got Haley, sorry, as well, tuning in. So thank you for tuning in. We've got Nadir as well in the chat. We've got Dad as well. Looking for a good win tonight is what I'm hoping for as well. I'm looking for a nice, clean, professional performance from City. Get the job done. Go through, get to the quarterfinals, move on to the next game. We're nearly now at the international break. We're nearly at a point where some of our players can have a rest and we can all just have a couple of weeks away from Manchester City, away from Premier League and the intense playing every 3 to 4 days, and just come back refreshed, ready for the final push at the end of the season. As the players, BT Sport is showing a split screen of Real Madrid and Atalanta, and their players are ready to come out for kickoff. We do get a zoom in now eventually of the Puskas Arena. It looks like a beautiful stadium, that, by the way. And one thing I was mentioning the other day was I can't remember who it was to. Definitely wasn't on my channel. It was to somebody anyway. How nice the Puskas Arena is and how playing at neutral venues. It's such a big shame that fans can't go there and can't travel. Like, that'd be great. Do you not think it'd be great to see like 20, 30,000 City fans in Budapest, in Hungary, with a nice build-up to a last 16 second leg match of the Champions League? That'd be brilliant. So there we go. As it is, no fans. That's what we'll come to expect, to be honest, from this season. But there we go. Nadir, thank you very much for the kind words there. Ben as well, gassed over the Scotland lineup with Che Adams being called up to Scotland. So I presume you're delighted to see Che Adams playing for Scotland. Mohamed's going for first goal for Riyad Mahrez, second for Foden, and third for KDB. Already at 50 likes now. We're now 49 likes away from 100 likes. So yeah, we are getting there. We are getting there. Puskas Arena opened 2019. I didn't know that, but it does look like a very brand new, clean stadium. Like I said, it's a shame that fans aren't there. Mixed then. So over the red card for Brown. Not happy with the Borough player not going as well. I'm not sure. I don't know what's happened, as Manchester City players are the first to come out of the tunnel, coming out separate to Borussia Monchengladbach. So it's City players coming out first. Premier League, it happens. How come you've had to make a new account? Can't chuck that out there without letting me know why. As Kevin De Bruyne is captain in Manchester City today, and he's coming out first, which is going to be followed by Borussia Monchengladbach. So we're nearly at kickoff here now. Very nearly at kickoff. bit... Aaron, I'm sorry, I'm just reading about that red card. It's pretty weird, if I'm honest. There's Conky going for 2-0 to City. That'd be nice. A comfortable 2-0 win for City would always be good. Never going to complain with that. As we, I presume, having the UEFA Champions League anthem now being played, so feel free to boo it if you wish. Let me just turn it up so I am right with that. I think it is playing. Yeah, right. Feel free to boo. I'll take the time to have a drink. I read something the other day, I'm not sure how true it is, but Erling Haaland wakes himself up listening to the Champions League anthem to get him motivated for the day. There we go. Yes, Dragon, I like that. Give it a boo. That's what we like to see. Kevin's brother, Alexander, on the bench. Certainly is. Haley, I do agree. Like, yeah, United turned up, they beat us, and it ended our run. However, we haven't looked phased by that. We've continued to look good. So, yeah, hopefully that can continue. We've got a couple of big games coming up here. Champions League followed by FA Cup. Get to the international break. Go from there. See where we get to. So, Haley going for first goal for Kevin De Bruyne, second for Riyad Mahrez, and third for Phil Foden, and fourth for Kevin De Bruyne as well. So, going for a brace there for KDB. As Stindl captaining Borussia Monchengladbach's on a yellow card warning along with Lena. So, if they pick up yellow cards and Monchengladbach go through, then they would be suspended for the first leg match of the quarter-finals. As we are literally just moments away here from kickoff for this Champions League game. Last 16, second leg game between Manchester City and Monchengladbach. City holding a 2-0 advantage. So let's just get the job done. Let's just get the job done, get through, go from there. I want it to be a really boring game, which naturally means it's probably going to be a high-scoring, end-to-end, nerve-wracking game. Which is definitely not what I'm wanting, if I'm honest, from this evening. I want it to be nice and casual, nice and professional, get the job done. And so we've got the match official in charge right now in the middle. The referee ready and waiting for us to get this game underway. All players are lined up. City attacking from right to left, playing in their swimming pool blue kits of blue top, white shorts, blue socks. Monchengladbach playing in their black top, attacking from left to right, black top, black shorts and black socks. Players take the knee. Referee has the whistle in his mouth. And we are literally now ready for kickoff here between Manchester City and Monchengladbach in the Champions League. So it's Monchengladbach that's going to be getting us underway for this game. Referee blows his whistle, and we are underway here for this second leg. Come on, City, let's get it done. Let's get the job done. So Monchengladbach send the ball forward first. They managed to stop the ball from going out for a throw, and they're appealing for a free kick, which nothing was given. Walker tries to make a clearance. It's blocked, and it is out automatically in the first 15 seconds for a goal kick to Manchester City. Premier League going for 1-0 to City. I'll take that every day of the week as well. Good evening, Tiller. Thank you for tuning in. So Edison sends the ball forward from that goal kick. Great ball out. Here's De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva, Rodri working the ball backwards as Monchengladbach looking for a high press. Try and put City under pressure from the off. Edison with the ball now. Here's Ruben Diaz. He goes long and it's straight out of play for a throw in there to Monchengladbach, so they'll be happy with their press in there. Thank you, Premier League. I do appreciate it. Jan Sommer with the ball for Monchengladbach. Sends a ball long. It's straight to Kyle Walker on a good bit of control, and City can have possession. Here is John Stones to Bernardo Silva, who's dropped deeper. Back to Stones. Ruben Diaz now on the left-hand side for City. Good pass up from Gundogan into Cancelo. Cancelo going straight into defensive midfield rather than left back. So City going with a back, what looks like a back three, with Rodri dropping deeper to make it into a back four. Here is Cancelo now. Stones, Rodri. Walker wants the ball on the right-hand side. Ball isn't given to him though. Here is Bernardo. He was nearly intercepted, but he keeps hold of the ball well. Doesn't manage to make his pass, and it's cleared by Monchengladbach. Cancelo can't win the ball, though City with a good bit of pressing can win the ball high up here through Foden, who gets a throw in for Manchester City inside the Monchengladbach half. So a nice little calm, composing 2 minutes into the game for City. City is looking to pack the midfield, it seems. It's not the first, it won't be the last time we see City do that. Dale tuning in from Ireland. To be more precise, Dublin. Here's John Stones for Manchester City now. To Rodri. Nothing really much around, so a bit of sideways passing. So Diaz to Stones. Walker made a run then, and Rodri chooses not to use him. Mahrez. Not a brilliant pass, and it will be intercepted by Monchengladbach. And they go all the way back to goalkeeper Sommer in goal. No, just on juiced. Pretty boring. It's a working day. Well, we'll go. As we're now only 40 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here. Aiming to try and get to 15,900 subscribers by the end of this live stream would be absolutely brilliant. To make us less than 100 subscribers away from our goal of 16,000 subscribers. That would be marvellous, if I'm honest. And don't forget also to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. You can go and download the OneFootball app through the link at the top of my description. Hello, Reese. Thank you for tuning in. That's brilliant, England. That is brilliant. That made me laugh. Tiller, I reckon you're right there. I reckon it will be KDB playing as that false nine. I could see potentially Bernardo and also... It's good work from Gundogan to Bernardo Silva. I can see Bernardo Silva and also Gundogan taking over that role, if I'm honest. Here is De Bruyne now playing the ball backwards. We're through the first 4.5 minutes. Pretty unscathed for City. There's been a bit of pressure from Monchengladbach in terms of pressing, but no chances created, no danger as of yet. City haven't really mustered up anything either. City have seen a lot of the ball, working the ball. But like I said, no end product as of yet. Here's Bernardo Silva. He's drifted out to the left-hand side. Gundogan can't get his pass away, and so it's cleared. That's going to be a free kick, I'd have thought. No, referee says for Stindl to get up. Foden looked like he got the man and missed the ball. So through the first 5 minutes here now. It's Manchester City 0, Borussia Monchengladbach 0. City leading 2-0 on aggregate. We're now 36 likes away. Let's go. Stones now. Bernardo, he's going to be dispossessed here, Bernardo. He does really well to keep hold of the ball, though he's tackled. Oh, it's a good recovery tackle from Rodri and to get the ball back. Well, like it was a poor bit of play, which became a good bit of play, which we then lost the ball and then got the ball back. I'm going for 1-0 City by the end of the game. 3-0 on aggregate. Edison now. Casual pass to Cancelo. How good has Cancelo been, by the way? Here's De Bruyne. Walker. Good feet. Finds Cancelo. Here is Gundogan. Cancelo chips it in. It's a great ball in. Foden! Oh, what a save from the keeper. Oh, it's a good position. I don't think Foden got too much contact on that. First real opportunity of the game. And it fell to Phil Foden from a great ball. I think it was from Gundogan. Just exploits the Monchengladbach defence. And that was a brilliant opportunity for City to take the lead. Probably could have controlled that. chooses not to control it. Tries to flick it with the outside of his foot, and Sommer makes a standard save that I'd expect a goalkeeper to make. But a needed save and a good save nonetheless, as that's a really poor pass from Cancelo. City were looking to work that corner, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Monchengladbach. Philip tuning in from sunny but cool Jamaica. Is March, to be fair. I'm sure your cool is still warmer than what our cool is. We are going in with the right ideas. Attack, take the game to them, see where we go from there. Here's De Bruyne playing the ball backwards. Ruben Diaz now. John Stones. Walker. City into the Monchengladbach half, only for one touch. Mahrez's pass was beyond Walker, so he was forced backwards. Here's Walker now looking for a bit of movement. Rodri goes all the way back to John Stones, just on the edge of City's penalty area. City continue just to work the ball. Here's Ruben Diaz playing on the left-hand side of defence for City, and John Stones has gone on the in the centre and Walker on the right. Acres of space here for Monchengladbach, and a chance, and a shot comes in, and it's a really good save from Ederson. Really good save. It took a deflection from one of the City defenders' legs. It was Briolembolo with the shot. Blocked from John Stones. It's going in, I think. That's a really good fingertip save from Ederson to tip it past the post and out for a corner. So both sides have had a fairly decent opportunity to break the deadlock here. You fancy if Monchengladbach want to get back into this game, they do need the first goal. And Mbolo very nearly did do that. So Hoffman's gone to their left-hand side to take the corner. Corner comes in. It's cleared by Rodri. Good win in the air, that by Rodri as well. Cancelo can further bring the ball clear for City. De Bruyne now looking for the counter-attack. He wants a free kick. Referee tells him just to get up. Here's Mbolo now. Into the centre. It's a good bit of work from City in midfield now. Here's Bernardo Silva winning the ball back, and Gundogan just plays the ball backwards for City to keep hold of the ball. Rodri now to Walker. 9 minutes in. City 0, Monchengladbach 0. John Stones. Ouch, Aaron. Here's Gundogan. Plays the ball out to Stones. City just going back to their possession-based football again. Here's Walker. Has been a pretty lively start. 0-0 gets the job done. I'd prefer to win. I like that winning mentality. Winning breeds winning. Here's Rodri now. Gundogan. So a good ball into space for De Bruyne. Plays the ball over. Cannot find Foden. It was just over his head, and Monchengladbach can clear their lines. And Bolo does really well under pressure from Diaz, but City win the ball back. Here's Cancelo now, driving into the Monchengladbach half. Gundogan to Mahrez. He's got the overlap of Bernardo Silva. Doesn't use him. Takes a kick to the ankle. Floats a ball in. It's not a good ball, and it is cleared. Only as far as Phil Foden, though. About 30 yards out for City. De Bruyne disguises a pass well to Cancelo now. Cancelo, left-hand side. Had it on his right foot. Could have put a ball in. Chose not to. Maybe wasn't happy with the options in the box. I'm not too sure. Here's Ilkay Gundogan now. There's movement from Foden. There's also movement from Cancelo and Diaz. They're forced backwards, though. Here is Stones back to Diaz. It'd be nice to get a goal. I think that just helps us further where we need to be. As De Bruyne looks for a pass of Riyad Mahrez. It wasn't quite where it needed to be. And it is intercepted by Sommer in net. And Monchengladbach can build from the back. Here is Stindl now. Is Zakaria. Player Manchester City are, of course, having a look at. Here's Jan Sommer in goal for Monchengladbach. City just pressing. But nothing too much happening here. They go long again. It's well won that by Stones. Here's De Bruyne. Gundogan. There's movement on the right hand side. He finds Mahrez in the penalty area. He has twisted and forced backwards. Here's Mahrez. It's good feet. He's into space. De Bruyne. Could he have a shot? He does. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Kevin De Bruyne! In off the crossbar. What a finish! 25 yards out. It's an absolute rocket into the back of the net. It's an absolute thunderbolt from Kevin De Bruyne to give Manchester City the lead here. What a goal from Kevin De Bruyne. Good word from Riyad Mahrez. De Bruyne is in space, doesn't even take a touch, just hits it onto his left foot, his weaker left foot, smacks it off the crossbar and in. What a goal from Kevin De Bruyne. Wow. And people say De Bruyne might not have a future at Manchester City. He's struggling to get into the team. What a goal. Kevin De Bruyne giving Manchester City the lead here in Hungary to make it Manchester City 1, Borussia Monchengladbach 0. And of course, it is Manchester City 3, Monchengladbach 0 on aggregate as well. That goal does mean we are not going to have extra time. If Monchengladbach are to go through right now, they need 3 goals. That will send them through on away goals. Kevin De Bruyne, though, take a bow. Brilliant shot. Brilliant goal. Get in. Oh, I agree. De Bruyne walked into any team in the world, 100%. Excuse me. There we go. Sommer clears the ball long. That was all came about from a good interception header from John Stones. Let's not forget, high up for City. Excuse me. Rodri cannot dispossess Zakaria. He goes down and bowls into the penalty area. Bit of a scramble and City can clear their lines eventually. Good bit of intent shown by Monchengladbach. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the aim for 100 likes. We're now only 31 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, if you are new around here and you haven't already, then do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. It is free. Plenty more football and Manchester City content to come. We are aiming for 16k subscribers. We're less than 200 subs away. So, yeah, like I said, any help towards that would be greatly appreciated by me. And also don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is One Football. You can find their link at the top of my description if you want to go and download the best footballing app out there. I think Porto would be very tricky. Of course, we had them in the group. I didn't think they were easy games. Obviously, on paper, it looks like a very desirable draw. But like I said, I'd take a Dortmund or a PSG or a Real Madrid if they go for it. Something like that would be good. I want to avoid the English teams. And I'd preferably want to avoid Bayern until at least the semi-final, if I'm honest. Tom from Sunny Hall. Love it. Give Jay a like and subscribe, people. Yes, Tom knows. As Stindl just had a very scuff shot on the edge of the City penalty area straight into the arms of Ederson there. What an opportunity that. The City find another goal in the first 15 minutes and just the start City were looking for. Puts Monchengladbach under all kinds of pressure. All I'm thinking is if City score again, that's probably that. While City do have home advantage, it is a neutral venue. And quite frankly, it's very simple for Monchengladbach. Score 3 times and don't concede. That's what they need to do. Win this game 3-1. De Bruyne, good pass out. Foden, he's got the run of Gundogan. He doesn't use him. He's forced backwards. Cancelo, what can he do? He's forced backwards as well. Here's De Bruyne now. Ruben Diaz, Foden, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Foden. Yeah, City falls backwards. Just the start City were looking for, though, in my opinion. Just the start we was looking for. Puts us in really good stead now for the rest of this half. It was always better for us to find first blood than Monchengladbach because that puts them well back into the tie, so we've avoided that. Now just need to make sure we're not doing anything stupid, and like I said, just treat it like a normal game. And if this was a normal game and City take a lead in the first 15 minutes, I'd be saying kill a second goal. Push for that 2-goal cushion. Here's Stones now. Rodri. City do seem to be playing like it's just a normal day. Which, yeah, at times it's almost robotic, isn't it? Here's Rodri for Manchester City then. Stones. Cancelo. City just passing around with ease. No real pressing from Monchengladbach, which I'm sure they'll be disappointed with. Rodri. Stones. Like a heavy touch. Finds Foden well, though, in the centre. City coming forward. He's got the run of Cancelo and Gundogan. Uses Gundogan. Chance! 2-0! 2-0 Manchester City. Get in! Game, set and match. That should be the tie done. I'm not going to change the score just yet because I'm just wondering if he might be offside from that great pass from Phil Foden. If he's onside, it's a brilliant assist from Foden. Criticised him just a couple of minutes ago for not playing the pass to Gundogan. This time he does. Perfect. Good finish from Gundogan. He's onside. 2-0 Manchester City. 4-0 on aggregate. Quarter-finals. Here we come. Mr. Whippy. Foden combining as well. What a moment. What a time. Fantastic from Manchester City. Fantastic from Ilkay Gundogan. Clinical Manchester City. The tie's done. Get the subs on, Pep. We've got Everton at the weekend. FA Cup quarter-final. Let's go. Let's go. Mafo, I agree there. 2-0, it's a wrap. W Lock as well, or Lock, I don't know how you say your name, sorry. But yeah, that's the wrap. That's done. It's the tie to bed. I agree. Let's go. Let's go. Monchengladbach now in space, and the offside flag is up. And they hit it wide anyway. Yeah, the heads will drop for Monchengladbach now. What do? It's just damage limitations. They need, with that goal, they need 5. Every time City score, that number goes up by 2. So at 1-0, they needed 3. At 2-0, they need 5. If City get a third, they're going to need 7. Absolutely, sorry, they'll need 6, actually. My maths is wrong there. It's going to keep going up that, though. Sorry, they need 4. What am I on about? They need 4 goals at the moment, Monchengladbach. 4-2 will send them through on away goals. Forgot about away goals. Yeah, that's what we want. Get on there, Lord Carson. See what you can do. Ah, that's great trickery from Mahrez. Could it get even better? There's Walker. Ah, it's not a good pass, and Monchengladbach intercept, but they just give the ball away straight away back to Manchester City. Straight away. Woo! It's been a pretty energetic first 20 minutes here. Kind of the job done, really, though, for Manchester City. As we're now only 27 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. Go and subscribe as well if you are new around here, and go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball, link at the top of my description. Just having a look at how close we are to 15,900 subscribers. We're now 18 subscribers away from that, so we might be able to hit that potentially. Put Scott Carson up front. Who needs them strikers indeed? On wanting revenge for City knocking Real Madrid out. I'd be more than happy to face Real Madrid again in the quarterfinals. I think we've got enough about us to knock them out again, if I'm honest. Here's John Stones now. Super John Stones. We're now 23 likes away from 100 likes. City allowed to make 5 subs, yeah, like I said, I'd start thinking about them. 5 subs as well, if I'm honest. Here's Gundogan for Manchester City. Foden, back to Gundogan. Cancelo now. To Stones. Oh, I'm not sure I want Liverpool, if I'm honest. Ruben Diaz now. Stones. There's nothing really on at the moment, is there? Here's Ruben Diaz. It's not a great ball forward, if I'm honest, and it's straight out of play, yeah, for a throw in there to Monchengladbach. There we go. It's not a good ball from Monchengladbach, and City win the header, but it is out of play for a throw-in to Monchengladbach. Here is Rodri for Manchester City. Vastly underrated, Rodri. Vastly underrated. Walker plays a good crossfield pass to Phil Foden. He heads it backwards. Here's Cancelo. Back to Foden. Gundogan. Foden now. Here's John Stones. Keep going. Keep going at them. Get this done by half time. Coast that second half. Make them subs. Rest the players ready for Everton at the weekend. De Bruyne surely pressing doors. Here's Mahrez now. Oh, he can't get his pass right, and it's forced backwards, and the goalkeeper put under pressure manages to make his clearance, and it's out for a throw into Manchester City just inside our own half. Drake, and that's an incredible stat. Pep has now seen his top flight team score 100 plus goals in all competitions in all 12 seasons that he's managed since 2008-2009, with a total of 1,717 goals in 686 games. It's an average of nearly 3 goals per game. I imagine quite a few people now probably are tuning over to the Real Madrid game, because that's probably more important, more riding on it. This is kind of dead in the water. There we go. His incredible stats. As we're now only 20 likes away from can we get there before half time is the question. 19 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Walker now clears the ball long for City. Monchengladbach clear their lines. Cancelo wins the header. Gundogan picks the pieces up and gets a pass back, a good pass back as well to Edison in goal. Did anyone on here want Pep out? I was never part of the Pep out brigade. I've always rated Pep as a manager. He's a brilliant manager, and when he does leave Manchester City, and he will leave Manchester City at some point, he'll have every ounce of respect for what he's achieved at City. He's just a brilliant manager. Just a hopeful ball forward, that from City, to no one in particular. And Rodri picks up that loose ball. Here is Mahrez now. It's a good dink over. Gundogan in space, and the keeper intercepts and he spills. And Monchengladbach are going to clear the lines there. That was a chance for City. That was a chance. There's a good ball from Mahrez. He's having a good game. Like he might have controlled that with his arm there, Gundogan. Pep looks like he's enjoying what he's seeing there. Hands on his head moment. It's a good professional performances from City. How do Monchengladbach get back into this game? What can they do? Where do they go? Oh, there's a risky pass from Ederson. It looks a bit too close to Embolo for my liking, but he doesn't intercept. Here's Cancelo now. Diaz. Back to Ederson, who's just going to leather this clear. Massive kick straight up towards Foden. Monchengladbach win the header. Loose second ball though comes to City. Here is De Bruyne now. Mahrez, he's got the overlap of Walker. Doesn't use him. Instead goes to De Bruyne. Here is Gundogan now in space. It's not a good pass from Ilkay Gundogan, and Monchengladbach intercept. And Foden putting under pressure there, trying to win the ball high up for Manchester City. He can't. Instead, Embolo can play a couple of passes out from Monchengladbach, and they can come away with the ball, but it's intercepted there by Walker. Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong, I've never been Pep out, but he's very, very tactically stubborn. Very tactically stubborn. Gundogan player of the season. I think I presume you're talking about City's player of the season. I think Stones, Ruben Diaz, Rodri, Cancelo, Foden even, I think are all good shouts. So many players having brilliant, brilliant seasons. Can't find touch there. Gundogan can get it out, and it is out for a throw in there to City. So it's a throw in here for Manchester City, which Ciao Cancelo's going to take. Here's Bernardo Silva. Cancelo, good flicked past that. Bernardo Silva drifting and having another good game. Bernardo Silva's name, I've not even mentioned him either. He'll be right up there, I'm sure, as one of the players of the season for Manchester City. Waiting for the return of Ake, and what a time for Ake to return. Such momentum, such feel-good factor. City playing so professionally and so well. Yeah, it's a good time to be coming back into a City squad right now. It's a good couple of passes out this from Monchengladbach. Put under pressure from Foden, they can't intercept though. There's no runners for Monchengladbach to use. Yeah, here's Jan Sommer now. Nothing really on for them at the mo. That's a good bit of work that from Monchengladbach to beat the Manchester City press from the defence, and they can't get the pass right though, and Gundogan can intercept. It's just relentless from Manchester City. Absolutely relentless. So much running, so much work, so much skill involved in how City play. It's impressive. It's really, really impressive. You can see why City are clear at the top of the Premier League. You can see why. It's excellent football. Here's Mahrez bringing City forward into the penalty area. Squares it across and straight into the arms of Jan Sommer to intercept for Monchengladbach. He's looking for a bit of urgency to get Monchengladbach going. What can Monchengladbach do to get back in this tie? They need 4 goals. They've got less than an hour to do that. Rather you than me situation, that really. That's a good pass through. Here's Monchengladbach coming forward into the City half. Centralising it, Stindl. A shot comes in and it's well saved from Ederson to make sure he doesn't rebound it into the path of any players there. It's Walker that was sold a dummy and Stones used as a player to bend it around. A bit straight into the arms of Ederson. As we're now 14 likes away from 100 likes. Let's go. Here's Walker. To Rodri. And he's the deepest player at the moment, Rodri. Ruben Diaz put under pressure from Mbolo, forced back to goalkeeper Ederson. City just taking their time. We have the 2-0 first leg advantage. We have the 2-0 advantage in this game so far. No rush. Less than 12 minutes to go here until half time. It is Manchester City 2, Borussia Monchengladbach 0. City lead 4-0 on aggregate. Here's Gundogan bringing the ball forward for City. City don't look like they're done yet for scoring goals as Bernardo Silva goes down and a free kick's given. I wonder if this might be too far out or not. But Stindl pressed and pushed Bernardo Silva, which the referee didn't like. He didn't really win the ball there. So yeah, it was a free kick. It certainly looks like it's of a scoreable range. It looks like it might be about, from that angle, about 35 yards out or so. So I'll certainly take a sweet hit to find the back of the net from here and beat the goalkeeper too. Or a goalkeeping mistake, of course. So it's De Bruyne, Bernardo and Riyad Mahrez holding a discussion, which Ruben Diaz and John Stones have joined in. So City coming up with some kind of plan. Might possibly be to pass the ball or cross the ball or work the ball or do something here. Like I said, it does look a bit far out from goal, in my opinion. De Bruyne shrugs and maybe not as sure. In fact, it's 30 metres out from goal, this. Not sure what that is in yards. The City put a 3-man wall in front of the 4-man Monchengladbach wall. So, I'm not too sure what the plan is here. We'll see what happens. De Bruyne gets a shot away and it dips and it's saved from the goalkeeper and tipped over the crossbar for a corner. Fair credit to De Bruyne for getting it on target from so far out. But the problem was, even though he's done a little knuckleball there and he's got it to dip straight at the keeper, either corner and the keeper is going to have to scramble, but because it's straight at him, it's just a simple tip over the crossbar and out for a corner to City, which De Bruyne is going to take. It's not a bad ball in and it's headed back out for another corner to Manchester City. Big men have gone forward. Diaz, Stones, Rodri, all forward. Here's De Bruyne once more. Looks for the near post. It's cleared and cleared well by Monchengladbach. Cancelo picks up the loose ball. Has to play it to the man that's sitting deepest, which is Walker. He goes for a crossfield pass towards John Stones. It's kept in really well by Mahrez. And he takes a heavy touch and it's out for a goal kick there to Monchengladbach. It's a good bit of work that from City. There we go. So we are, 9 minutes away from half time. It's 2-0 Manchester City on the evening, 4-0 Manchester City on aggregate. We are aiming for 100 likes here, and we are only 9 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated by me. As people leaving in the chat now, I presume it's 1-0 Real Madrid. So there we go. Here's Cancelo. So yeah, please do leave a thumbs up. We're aiming for 100 likes. We're now 7 likes away from that. Also, if you are new around here and you haven't already, then do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. As Man City have had 4 shots in this game, 4 on target, and got a couple of goals, which isn't bad at all. And also, don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. You can download their app through the link at the top of my description. Decent effort. De Bruyne pressing, trying to force Sommer into a mistake. Doesn't happen. City just pressing, trying to force the mistake. Referee plays an advantage to Monchengladbach. They're into play a crossfield pass. Cancelo deals with it really well. Here's Gundogan now. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Here's Cancelo. Yeah, there's no press from Monchengladbach. Just look down and out. City are going to coast this second half, aren't we? It's going to be a really coasting, boring second half, I think. Here's Stones now. Walker. Back to Stones. Do apologise for yawning there. Very tired. Very tired. There's a poor clearance from Rodri. Just levers the ball out for a throw into Monchengladbach about 35 yards away from the City goal. Not too sure what that clearance was all about there from Rodri. Maybe looking for the side of his foot. I'm not sure. And Monchengladbach just can't string the passes together, and it's out of play for a throw into City. As it's Benzema that's given Real Madrid the lead in Spain. 2-0 Real Madrid on aggregate. Doesn't really change much. Means that can't go to extra time as well. Atalanta need a couple of goals. Need to win that game. Same applies here. Monchengladbach need to win this game. They need to win by 2 to go through. Don't think either of these games today are going to be that close. Tomorrow's match, Bayern Munich taking on Lazio, I'd say pretty foregone as well. So the closer game there is Chelsea taking on Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid's got a lot of work to do to try and turn that around after losing at home to Chelsea. I'll chuck this one out there. We've been linked with Neuhaus, we've been linked with Zakari. I haven't been impressed with either of them in the 180 minutes that I've seen. I used our matches against Lyon as good scouting opportunities for Husam Aour. It showed to me as that's a brilliant opportunity for Monchengladbach to find a goal. It was Mbolo in a brilliant position with a good pass out. He had Stones for company. He has a really sweet connection on it. Look, destined for the bottom corner, and it's just wide. Yeah, I've not really been impressed with Neuhaus or Zakari is what I was getting at. When we faced Lyon, I was always impressed with Husam Aour. He always put in a really good performance against us. This is a good scouting opportunity for both them players linked with moves to Man City, and yeah, I've not really seen enough about them that I think they stand out that City should definitely be making a move. So there we go. Here's Cancelo bringing the ball forward for City. Bernardo Silva now. Gundogan, Rodri, Gundogan. Stones, Walker, Mahrez, De Bruyne. It's a good ball forward from Mahrez. Finds De Bruyne, tries to get it across. It's not a great ball. City pick up the loose ball though. Back into the penalty area, and De Bruyne has a shot, and it's wide by De Bruyne. and out for a goal kick there to Monchengladbach. So we're through 41.5 minutes. It is Manchester City leading by 2-0 here at the Puskas Arena in Hungary. So that means it's 4-0 Manchester City on aggregate, and Manchester City looking very, very good for making it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. As we're now 4 likes, ladies and gentlemen, away from 100 likes. Can we get there before half-time? That's the question. It's another poor pass from Monchengladbach, and it's out of play for a throw into Manchester City. So the team lineup for Manchester City today is Ederson in goal, Walker right back, Cancelo left back, Stones and Diaz in the centre of Manchester City's defence. In midfield, it's Rodri, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. Playing out on the wings today is Mahrez on the right wing and Foden on the left wing, and it looks like De Bruyne is playing as a number 9 up front for Manchester City, as Foden picks up a free kick for City. As we hit 100 likes. We got there before half-time, so thank you everyone for that. Much appreciated. Absolute legends. Big shout-out to absolutely everybody that has left a thumbs up on this live stream. It is much appreciated by me. 100 likes. Get in. Let's see if we can get to 150 likes by the end of the live stream now. 150 likes would be great. So, yeah, if you're watching this and you haven't already, then do leave a thumbs up and help contribute towards that. That would be ace. Here is De Bruyne now. It's slick football from City. It's been brilliant football in the first half. Andrew, happy birthday. Nice little present. Manchester City winning on your birthday. Again, Monchengladbach, take 2 touches, take 2 passes and give the ball away. So it's not been good enough from them, as far as I'm concerned. I have to get the players in half-time and just see if they can get a scramble job. Can they get a goal or 2? Can they claw it back so they don't lose this game? Or do something, because they're just going down without a fight. If City wanted it, I said it in the first leg and I'll say it again, if City wanted it, it could be more. Like, City, don't get me wrong, winning at half-time midway through a second leg and we're 4-0 up is brilliant, but it could be even worse for Monchengladbach. Not too sure if it's just how good Manchester City have been, or how Monchengladbach are just well off the pace, or their bad run of form. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like I said, I think this would be a different story if we played them in Germany at their own ground, but they haven't, and they've struggled because of that. And yeah, that 2-0 away victory kind of took the stuffing and game away from them. And City just too good for Monchengladbach to cope with. So 20 seconds to go here until we go into added time. Here is Rodri to De Bruyne. Opening linesman, or the 4th official, sorry, will give. No minutes added on would be good, because there's just no need to add any minutes on. The tie's done. City lead 4-0. So good ball forward. Here's Walker now. Keeps the hold of the ball. He goes down. I'm not sure what the decision's been given there. I'm not sure if it's a free kick or a corner to City. As yeah, the 4th official has done exactly what I've just mentioned there. Feel sorry for them. The tie's done. No need to add anything on there. And so there we go. It is half time. It is Manchester City that lead here by 2-0. We lead by 4-0 on aggregate, and City well on their way to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. We've got 5 substitutes that we can use in the second half. I'd be using all 5 of them in mind, thinking about that Everton game. I'd be even tempted to make a couple of substitutions at half time, just to get some players rested, get the legs rested and ready to go for that big game on Saturday, because it's dead in the water. It's done. Manchester City will be going through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Borussia Monchengladbach, what do they do in the second half? The tie is gone. The game, it's nearly gone from them. I fancy one more goal for City and they're going to lose this game. So where do they go? What do they do? That's the big question, in my honest opinion. So we'll see what their approach is in the second half. That'll be really interesting. But for City, First 20 minutes, absolutely solid. Got the job done. Clinical City at their best. Prowling, waiting for their opportunity, and then striking hard with their opportunity. And yeah, look well on course now for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go through the statistics for this game. Going to go through the latest scores from around the grounds and around Europe as well. For the most of them are now into the second half. And then we've got a bit of half-time entertainment for everybody to look forward to as well. But before I do get on with all that stuff, make sure if you are enjoying the content, you do leave a thumbs up so I know you're enjoying the video. Aiming for 150 likes now. Also, subscribe as well if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball, who I am using right now to give you your live statistics for the game. You can download the OneFootball subscription. That does help to support the future content created here on the JSGC channel. So without further ado, let's crack on with the live statistic update from this game. Manchester City currently having 69% possession compared with 31% for Monchengladbach. City winning 55% of their duels and 57% of their aerial duels. Monchengladbach have won 45.5% of their duels and won 43% of their aerial duels. City have had no offsides in that first half. Monchengladbach have had 1. City have had 3 corners compared with 1 for Monchengladbach. City have had 4 shots, 4 on target, 2 goals. Clinical City at their best. I thought City very good first 20 minutes. It's kind of gone a bit pedestrian for the over 25 minutes of the second half, but it's to be expected. 2-0 up, 4-0 on aggregate. The game's near enough done, if I'm completely honest, so yeah, that is to be expected. For Monchengladbach, 4 shots, 2 on target. One a really good save from Edison, from a shot from Embolo. Embolo also missed a really good opportunity putting the ball past the post and wide, and also a tame effort straight at Edison. If Monchengladbach were feeling clinical, they could have had 2 or 3 goals for themselves, and that's been the real difference in this game so far. City have had 5 tackles, winning 60% of their tackles. Monchengladbach have made 7 tackles and winning a very decent percentage of nearly 86%. City have made 3 clearances compared with 6 for Monchengladbach, and both teams have made 4 interceptions. In terms of passes, 207 passes for Monchengladbach, a pass completion rate of 85%. It seems like it's a little bit lower from them because they seem to be giving the ball away so much, but 85% pass completion rate isn't bad at all. For Manchester City, 466 passes, more than 250 passes more than what Monchengladbach have made in the first half. So City on course actually for over 900 passes in the game if that continues going into the second half, which has been amazing. Manchester City at a pass completion rate of nearly 93% with so many passes made. That is a remarkable stat. City's ball retention has been brilliant. We haven't created too many opportunities, but when we have found shots on target, and we have found the back of the net too. The first goal came for a brilliant finish from Kevin De Bruyne, firing it in from the underside of the crossbar after taking no touches from a pass from Mahrez. So it is Mahrez with the assist, and then the second goal came for Manchester City through Ilkay Gundogan from a brilliant pass from Phil Foden as the ball was won high up from John Stones, and that has ultimately been the difference, and that is the difference not just in this game but in the tie as well. And like I said, City now well on course for a place in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. But the question then remains, who will be joining them? So that leads us nicely onto the latest scores from around the grounds, and we will start in the Champions League, and we will, like I said, who will be joining Manchester City, who are 2-0 up and 4-0 up on aggregate at this moment in time against Monchengladbach. The other game that's been played today is Real Madrid taking on Atalanta. It's currently Real Madrid 1, Atalanta 0, and it's 2-0 Real Madrid on aggregate, and so Real Madrid looking good to join in the other 4 teams, which I'm going to try and do off memory. So City go for it. It'll be City and Real Madrid. Also gone through at this moment in time is PSG, who knocked out Barcelona, FC Porto, who knocked out Juventus, Liverpool, who knocked out RB Leipzig, and Borussia Dortmund, who knocked out Sevilla. And then tomorrow's games in the Champions League, like I said, you do have Chelsea taking on Atletico Madrid. That is 1-0 Chelsea. It's been played at Stamford Bridge, that game, by the way. It's currently 1-0 Chelsea on aggregate after winning very impressively in Spain. And Bayern Munich taking on Lazio. That finished 4-1 to Bayern Munich in Italy. So, yeah, I imagine that would be Bayern Munich joining them names that I've just said. It is Chelsea looking like it's going to be a closer game. Now, moving on to scores from around the grounds from other divisions. We're going to start off first with the Championship. It's finished Rotherham 1, Watford 4. Currently, latest score in added time, Cardiff 0, Stoke City 0. Luton Town 2, Coventry 0. Middlesbrough 2, Preston North End 0. Derby County 2, Brentford 2. Bournemouth 2, Swansea 0. That's in the 50th minute. Into League 1, full-time scores and some scores going on. I'll let you know as I go through them. So it's AFC Wimbledon 1, Wigan 1 has finished. 93rd minute, it's currently Charlton 3, Bristol Rovers 2. Lincoln City 0, Gillingham 3 has finished. Oxford 3, Doncaster 0 in the 93rd minute. MK Dons 2, Plymouth 1 in the 92nd minute. Blackpool 1, Burton 1 has finished. Peterborough 1, Portsmouth 0 is finished. And also, currently, 47th minute, it's currently Fleetwood Town 1, Ipswich 0. Into League 2, it's finished Salford City 0, Colchester United 0. In the 95th minute, it's Cheltenham 0, Barrow 2. 95th minute as well, Scunthorpe 1, Oldham 1. 97th minute, Crawley 1, Walsall 1. 92nd minute, Port Vale 2, Newport 1. And in the 66th minute, it's Mansfield 0, Carlisle 1. In the Scottish Championship, full-time scores, Raith Rovers 0, Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1, and Dundee 1, Ayr United 3. Now, into the National League, some later scores and full-times. Later score, Chesterfield 0, Sutton United 1, FC Halifax Town 0, Aldershot Town 0. Full-time scores, Kingsland Town 2, Hartlepool 2, and Stockport County 2, Barnet 1. Later scores, Wrexham 2, Eastleigh 2 in added time in the 92nd minute. Boreham Wood 1, Notts County 0 in the 45th minute. Dagenham Redbridge 1, Weymouth 0 in the 46th minute. And Maidenhead 3, Torquay United 0 in the 49th minute. Woking 1, Altrincham 0 in the 46th minute. And Yeovil 0, Bromley 0 in the 45th minute. I think that's pretty much everyone up to date for the latest scores from around the ground. So yeah, there we go. So all we've got now is for our half-time entertainment for today. And it gives me a little break as well. It is brought to you by my partner channel, Mixid. If you want to go and check out Mixid's link, his channel link is in the description if you want to go and check him out. Go and like and subscribe over there. He is aiming for 1,000 subscribers, so do go and show him a bit of love. That would be much appreciated. I do sometimes feature on his videos and do some collaborations with him, so yeah, always worthwhile going to subscribe over to Mixid's channel. He's covering cocktails and mocktails and all that stuff with drinks. And today's halftime entertainment is Mixid bringing you the Green Swizzle, the legendary drink from the Caribbean. I know quite a few people currently tuning in from the Caribbean as well, so do enjoy. So thank you very much to Mixid for providing today's halftime entertainment with the Green Swizzle.
Oh, what's going on, guys? Mixid here, back again for another cocktail video, and today's cocktail video is the Green Swizzle, and I will show you how to make this Caribbean drink. So to make the Green Swizzle first, you want to get some cracked ice and fill up your glass 2/3. Right, now you filled it 2/3, guys. Now we'll go add the ingredients to it. First ingredient is 45 ml or 1.5 ounce of Bacardi white rum. Next ingredient to go in is 25 ml of Velvet Viburnums, because there's a very Caribbean spirit, this one. Next is 15 ml or half an ounce of fresh lime juice. Next is 10 ml or 1/3 of an ounce of Wray & Nephew overproof rum. Next is 5 ml of absinthe. As you can see, we're using the Pernod brand. Next is 5 ml or 1/6 of an ounce of creme de menthe. What you want to do now is get your bar spoon, or if you've got a swizzle stick, that's even better, and swizzle the drink. Alright, next thing to do now, guys, is top it up with crushed ice. There we go, 1 green swizzle. Now to garnish it, the final thing for this tiki cocktail. Right, so get your mint sprig. So there's our mint sprig. So get your mint sprig and now your lime wedge. What to do now, guys, to garnish it is 3 drops of Angostura bitters on top of the cracked ice. And there we have it, 1 green swizzle. Final thing to do now, I wish I had a wooden straw, but I don't. So we're going to have to suffice with this. So get a straw. There we go, 1 beautiful green swizzle. There we have it, guys, 1 green swizzle, a beautiful tiki cocktail. Because I've never had this before, so I'm interested to see how it tastes, because I do like my tiki and I do like rum. So we'll put our straw in. Let's taste this bad boy. If you love rum, well, you just know what you get. When you get rum, it's a tiki cocktail, just absolutely beautiful, especially with the falernum Angostura bitters, because there are a lot of tasting notes I'm getting from it as well. It's just beautiful, especially with the creme de menthe as well, because it's just absolutely beautiful tiki cocktail. I'd highly recommend it. It's a lovely lad. It's absolutely gorgeous. A lot of tasting notes to it. It's spicy, it's rummy. And a lot of flavour as well. It's got to say with the falernum, you can taste the spice in it with the cinnamon and just everything about it is just beautiful. And it's just nicely balanced as well, and it's a perfect Caribbean drink, and I would highly recommend it. But that, guys, is the green swizzle cocktail. If you wish to see more cocktails like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I'm really enjoying these tiki cocktails lately, especially with the absinthe. And I will see you guys for the next cocktail video. Cheers.
Thank you very much to Mixid for providing today's halftime entertainment. The green swizzle cocktail looks very strong, but very nice. If you want to go and check out Mixid, then do go and do so. Press that link in my description. That will take you through to his channel. If you want to go and show some love over to his channel, then that would be greatly appreciated. Would be greatly appreciated. We're just waiting here for the second half now. Just having a look on Twitter, looking at the interaction. Yeah, seems a bit quiet at the moment, if I'm honest. Seems a bit quiet at the mo. No problem, Mixid. My pleasure there. My pleasure. Like I said, do go and check out Mixid's link. He's in the description. Yeah, I saw some people leaving in the chat before, actually. The draw is on Friday, 11 AM GMT for the quarterfinals. I would like PSG. Is who I would like. Let me know who you would like in the quarterfinals in the chat. As Monchengladbach have already got their players out for the second half. Man City following behind. Doesn't look like City are making any subs, but I could be wrong. I'm wondering what Monchengladbach are going to do different in this second half. What can they do? How do they get back into this game? Robin wanting Madrid. The referee's out ready now for the second half as well. It'll be Man City that's getting us underway. And the referee does blow, and it is City that get us underway here for the second half. So 45 minutes to go until officially Manchester City will be in the quarter-finals. Officially, so we've got 45 more minutes here. What can Monchengladbach do? Can they find them 4 goals to knock City out? I highly doubt that. Can they get themselves a couple of goals and take the game to City and put us under pressure? Make a game of it. Give us something to think about. Or can City cruise? Can City get another goal or 2 in this second half? When will City make the changes? When will substitutions be made? City need to be, or surely at some point, starting to think about Everton, the match at the weekend. Big FA Cup game. It's a knockout game, let's not forget. Everton away, Carlo Ancelotti. It's not going to be an easy game at all. It's going to be a high energy game. So good chance here to, with 5 substitutes available, to get them 5 subs on. Robin, we could well get Liverpool. You can draw a team from your own country from the quarter-final stage. 2020, I love that comment. What's the source for that rumour? Trust me, bro. I might do one of my transfer updates one of these days. I might cite the sources. Trust me, bro. Chuck that one in there. Why not? Ah, that is funny. I enjoyed that. Yeah. I'll just make something completely random up. I'll just go, trust me, bro. Here's Walker for City. So we're already through 2 minutes. Just 43 more minutes to go. That's where I'm at. I don't want Liverpool, if I'm honest. If it was to face Liverpool, I think I'd rather have them in the final. Here's Rodri now. I can see Liverpool getting to like FC Porto or something, if I'm honest. Ah, it's brilliant header one. Gundogan, Mahrez kicks a shot on and it's... Ah, he scuffs at it a little bit. And it's wide. That was a good opportunity, that. Wasteful. City's first effort off target. It's a really good pass, that, from Ilkay Gundogan. Mahrez doesn't get it right at all. Wide. There's another poor giveaway from Monchengladbach. High up, like just putting themselves under pressure. Don't get it. I do not get it. I'm not really worried about anybody, if I'm honest. It's all a preference. I don't really want to face an English side because I think they'll be motivated for playing us because we're the team to beat. They want to beat us. They want to cause that upset. Here's Cancelo. Mahrez. Here's Walker. And yeah, on that basis, I mean, even drawing someone like Bayern Munich, there'd be expectation there to perform and do well and knock us out. The last thing we want is like a Lyon situation from last year where they're the complete underdogs. Even if we did, I'd fancy over 2 legs would have knocked Lyon out. It's just we was punished over the one game. It just shows with a knockout game anything can happen. I would take FC Porto. I'm happy to play Dortmund. I'm happy to play PSG. I'm happy to play Real Madrid. Rodri in a good position here. Have a shot. Takes an extra touch and it's out there for a corner to Manchester City. I think if we avoid Chelsea, if they go through, if we avoid Chelsea or Liverpool or Bayern Munich, I will be happy. Not too fussed about the other 4 that we could play, which includes Dortmund, Real Madrid, PSG, and FC Porto. So corner here for Manchester City. It's cleared. Only as far as De Bruyne in the box. He has a shot, and it's wide, and I think a free kick's being given for an initial foul from the corner somewhere in the penalty area. I'm not sure what the referee saw there, if I'm honest. There we go. I mean, if it's Dortmund, I can see Dortmund putting up a bit more of a fight than what Monchengladbach have here. With the coronavirus pandemic, though, I wouldn't rule out that match against Dortmund possibly being played at a neutral venue, either for the home tie or the away tie. One thing I will say is if we're facing any team from outside England, I would like City to be at home for the second leg. If we're facing an English side, I'd like to be at the Etihad first. With no fans, it doesn't really matter, if I'm honest. I do sense this is a really good opportunity for City, but we're at that pesky quarter-final stage after today once more. And there's definitely a job to be done. Here's Walker now. Gundogan. I think it's come off Walker. And it gives it away. So here's Jan Sommer. Goes long. It's headed up and City win the ball high up. How long is it before we see substitutions is what the next question is really here. Here's Ruben Diaz now. Kind of going through the motions here, really. Here is Ilkay Gundogan for Manchester City. Plays the ball backwards. Edison now. It's a good pass out to Walker. Here is De Bruyne. Yeah, it looked like a good pass, and Mahrez had gone through the other way, and I think the offside flag goes up against Mahrez now. Why they can't just play on, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, definitely was offside there, Mahrez. Wasn't really a good pass that from De Bruyne. Despite my initial thoughts thinking it was, and it was Mahrez making an opposite run being the mistake. Mahrez was doing that to get back on side, which I'd expect someone of the quality of De Bruyne to know that when playing a forward pass, but when you're not controlling, you're just playing a first time pass, you don't really have time to think and look. As Stindl goes with a short pass for Monchengladbach, still in their own half here. Trying to work the ball forward is Dennis Zakaria now. Plays a ball to Stindl. Hoffman. It's a good tackle from Walker. Here's De Bruyne. Gets that pass right to Mahrez. Here's Mahrez now. There's 4 City players over. Can he find any of them? It's not a bad ball to the back post, but it's defended well by Monchengladbach, and they can bring it clear. Here's Stindl now with looking for a pass there. A good tackle from Cancelo, although the referee disagrees. Says it's a yellow card. Cancelo not happy about that. Must have been the follow through. Was it the ball over the top of the ball? I'm not sure. Looked like a good tackle that, if I'm honest. There's nothing much in that. It doesn't go over the top of the ball or anything, just because he studs her off the ground. No, I'm not happy about that. And Cancelo was given a yellow card as well for that. It's not just penalised, but a yellow card as well. Corner comes in from Monchengladbach. Chance! Oh, they've not found the back of the net. I think a free kick's been given against City there. Monchengladbach not happy about something. It wasn't a bad corner in at all. I think it's come off his arm. I think that's why a handball or an offside. I'm not sure. Vinicius Jr., Mr. Sitter, could have doubled Real Madrid's lead and near enough sent them through as well. I mean, I could put Real Madrid's game on my phone if I'm honest and watch it down there and see what's happening, but the question is, do I care? The answer is, not really. Anyway, here's Ilkay Gundogan for Manchester City. Walker now. Yeah, I see lots of players to choose from. We've got 5 subs that we can use. I mean, the players have done an hour nearly here. We've got a big game. This is a full-strength Manchester City team. Big game against Everton. We've got to be thinking about going with a strong team for that game. I mean, obviously you look towards City's bench and you're thinking majority of them are going to be starting against Everton. The Zinchenkos, the Laportes, the Agueros, the possible Jesus. Or something. The Sterling. Here is Bernardo. FW, thank you for tuning in from Germany. Here is Cancelo for Manchester City now. Another minute ticked off. That's where we're at. Another minute ticked off the clock. So don't forget, everyone, if you are watching this and you are enjoying the content, then do leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. We're on 117 likes. We're aiming for 150 likes. So we're, what, 33 likes away from 150 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We're less than 200 subs away from 16,000 subscribers, which is my aim. So yeah, any help towards that would be much appreciated. It is my ambition to get to 16k ASAP, so it is free to subscribe. So if you haven't already, then do subscribe. Plenty more Manchester City content and plenty more football content to come. And lastly, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. You can go and download the one link at the top of my description. As Nadir says, it's 2-0 to Real Madrid now, which will be that, you would think. As De Bruyne picks up a free kick for Man City and a yellow card's given to one of the Monchengladbach players there. So I think a raised arm to the face. Yeah, slap in the face. Correct decision there. Free kick to City and a yellow card. That's to Lena, as it is 2-0 to Real Madrid. BT have confirmed it was a penalty from Sergio Ramos, so that'll be them going through as well. And Atalanta joining Monchengladbach in going out, as Man City are making a couple of substitutions now. It's going to be Alexander Zinchenko and Fernandinho coming on. A chance here from a set piece for Manchester City first. It's got Foden and De Bruyne stood over it. De Bruyne takes, and it's a good take from Sommer to see out any danger there for Monchengladbach. Wasn't the greatest of balls in that from De Bruyne, if I'm honest. Yeah, City just preserving energy. A bit casual from City, just... Yeah, they don't need to get out of second gear. Can just walk around, don't risk any injury, don't do anything stupid, don't get silly yellow cards and run risk of possible suspension at some point in the quarter-finals perhaps, or semi-finals, or a final even. Just don't do anything stupid. Don't get an injury, do you know what I mean? Don't do anything. Just play a nice, boring, casual 30 more minutes of the game. We go through, we move on from there. De Bruyne goal was a brilliant strike. Here's Lena coming forward for Monchengladbach, intercepted through Cancelo and Rodri combined, and City can have the ball back. Here is Walker now for City. He's dispossessed by Thuram, and a free kick is given to Manchester City. A little clip on his heel. As the substitutions are made by Manchester City, it is Rodri coming off first, and Fernandinho, who gets the captain's armband, coming on in his place, and what I think is going to be a like for like. And Cancelo's coming off, and Zinchenko, which might again be a like for like, coming off there. So a bit of rest for Rodri and Cancelo, which is good. There is Zinchenko, Diaz. I'd probably be thinking about someone like Diaz potentially coming off. And Milan playing tomorrow? I thought they were playing on Thursday. Check that though. Yeah, Milan Man United takes place on Thursday as Plea comes on for Thuram for Monchengladbach, and Hans Wolf comes on for Briel Embolo, changes up top. Here's Walker, Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Fernandinho. Oh, great skills from Fernandinho. Plays in the centre. What a pass. Mahrez, Foden's in acres of space. Mahrez takes a shot himself. It's a good save from Sommer. Foden's got his arms stretched out. He has every right to have them stretched out. Mahrez now squared across the back post. Foden can't tap it in. It's cleared. I reckon United will probably go through. 1-0 Man United. And I'd like them to go out, but I just don't think they will. Here's Foden then. Gundogan. It's not a good pass from Gundogan. And can be brought clear. I can see Eric Garcia coming on for City. For Diaz at some point. Or Stones. I'm trying to think who else we could bring on. Ferran Torres maybe for Mahrez or Foden or somebody. And I'd personally like to see Aguero get some more minutes. Eric Garcia, yeah, he will be leaving at the end of the season for free. Still not signed a pre-contract agreement yet, though, with Barcelona. Here's Bernardo Silva now into the penalty area. Goes down. It's a good tackle. Monchengladbach can get it clear. So we're now up to 124 likes, or 26 likes away from 150 likes. Done really well with the likes today, so thank you everyone for that. Much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here and go and download OneFootball 2 as well, if you so wish. Here is Walker now for City. Mahrez. Walker does really well to get on the end of that pass. And Walker does really well there getting a corner for City as well. So good work that by Kyle Walker. A bit of an underrated player, Walker, I think. It's going to be Mahrez to take the corner for City. It's going to go short to Foden. Oh, good skills from Foden. Oh, it's brilliant work. Mahrez! Oh, it's a good save from Sommer. Oh, it would have been a great goal. That was well worked by Manchester City. Here's Monchengladbach on the counter-attack. De Bruyne, though, wins the ball back for City. He's only got one player further ahead of him to aim for, so he chooses to pass instead. Zinchenko is kind of left behind for Gundogan. He picks up the ball eventually. Here's Foden. Not a good ball from Foden, and Monchengladbach will intercept. It's good work by Mahrez tracking back to ensure there is no further progression there from Monchengladbach, and it's going to be the next player coming on for City, making a return. Aymeric Laporte as well, so it won't be Eric Garcia. As it's Ilkay Gundogan coming off, and it's Raheem Sterling coming on. So I presume that's going to be Kevin De Bruyne. And Raheem Sterling may lead the line here for City. Nice to see Raheem Sterling back. And Aymeric Laporte, I presume, is going to be a like-for-like swap for one of our centre-backs. It is, and it's going to be that man, Ruben Diaz, that comes off for City, and Aymeric Laporte comes on. So City have got one more substitute to use. Who will it be? That is the question. I reckon it will be Aguero on for Riyad Mahrez, is what I'm going for. I was going to say for Phil Foden. It looks like Foden's going to lead the line for City. And Sterling's going out on the left-hand side. Here's Jan Sommer. Takes a sidestep past Foden and goes long. 20 minutes to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now 25 likes from 150. Let's go. I wasn't aware that Pogba had handed in a transfer request, if I'm honest. Here's Laporte. Stones now. De Bruyne. Definitely job done this by Manchester City in Hungary. Mahrez. De Bruyne. Mahrez as well. Keeps on the ball in play. And a good tackle, and it's, yeah, throw in there to Monchengladbach as well. Just going through the motions here. Question is, can Monchengladbach find a goal? That's a good interception from Walker. Working hard, 4-0 up on aggregate, still sliding in to win the ball back for City. It's things you love to see. Here's Zinchenko now for City. Bernardo. Laporte. Zinchenko. De Bruyne. Oh, it's great from Foden into Sterling, into the penalty area, back to Foden, shot, and it's a good block from the defender. Oh, it's great interception from Foden, and the offside flag does go up eventually. And that'll be a free kick to Monchengladbach. Robert, thanks for tuning in. Oh, it was onside there, I felt, Sterling. Sergio Aguero's warming up, he's been called back. That could well be City's 5th and final sub. It was my prediction. If it is, I said for Mahrez, but I was tempted to say Foden. Here's Laporte. Stones now. To Walker. Stones. De Bruyne takes a good bit of control that and can pass the ball out to Edison. Here's Laporte for Manchester City. 17 minutes to go. 2-0 City lead here on the night. 4-0 on aggregate. A good professional job done in Hungary. The only question that remains now between now and the international break is the FA Cup. City still in all 4 competitions. Can we get to the final international break before the last game of the season? Still in all 4 comps is the question. And it is Aguero that's going to be coming on for Manchester City, our 5th and final sub. And it's Bernardo Silva that comes off for Aguero. So that's going to be Foden, I presume, going into Bernardo's role in the middle. Yeah, it looks like it. And Aguero going up top for Manchester City. Do I think we'll get it? No, is my honest answer. I can see us... It would be brilliant. I mean, it'd be great getting a domestic treble again. Here's De Bruyne. 1 second, I'll mention he's taking a heavy touch. Can't get his balance right, and it should be cleared by Monchengladbach. But yeah, I just think it's really difficult to win all 4 competitions. A domestic treble would be great. I mean, we're in the final of the Carabao Cup. It's not a gimme against Tottenham at all. So we need a job doing there. I think we're in a good, strong position in the Premier League. If we knock out Everton in the FA Cup, we're in a good position being in the semi-final. In terms of actual quadruple, the problem you've got is the Champions League is just so difficult to win. I think if it ever is to be done, you would need to secure the Premier League early, and City could do that this season, but we're still a long way to go until then. As City have got themselves a throw-in after the corner was headed clear by Monchengladbach. It's now 14 minutes to go until the full-time whistle. Is Stefan injured? No, not that I'm aware. He's on the bench. I presume he'll be given the go and get the nod for the game against Everton. There's a chance for Monchengladbach into a nice attacking position here. Cross comes in and Stones heads it clear, and it's on the edge of the penalty area. Shot comes in and it's not a bad effort at all. And out for a goal kick there to Manchester City. Had Ederson scrambling and diving to his right hand side there. Wasn't a bad hit that by Wolf either. Wasn't far away. But yeah, another effort goes past and not a goal from Monchengladbach. Can they get a goal? That is the question. Still no statement saying Neil sacked. I want it in now. Walker goes long for Manchester City. Monchengladbach just keep hold of the ball. City pressing, looking for the mistake. That's a bit of a heavy pass, and Sommer does really well just to control that. He's under pressure though, and he's forced by Aguero to put it out for a throw into Manchester City. I hope Aguero can bag himself a goal. I reckon we could see Jesus and Aguero starting against Everton, you know. Either that weird three at the back or possibly Jesus on the left wing. That's what I reckon. Maybe Torres on the right wing. Or Raheem Sterling. Oh, great work, Fernandinho. Zinchenko plays a pass to Foden. Foden does well, keeps hold of the ball. Game's been a bit drab second half, hasn't it, really? Let's be honest. I reckon Ake will get some minutes against Everton. I don't think he'll start. I think he'll come off the bench or something just to get him some minutes back before the international break. If needed, of course. Monchengladbach now coming forward. 11 minutes to go. City lead 2-0 on the night and 4-0 on aggregate. I forgot Ake existed. That's a funny comment. Yeah, he's been injured. That's why we've not seen him, as Fernandinho's feeling his ankle or leg or something there. But limps around. As Monchengladbach make another substitution. It's Traore that's going to come on. And it's Stindl, the captain, that comes off for Monchengladbach. As we're we're now into the final 10 minutes of this tie. City will be going through. Can Monchengladbach get themselves a goal? Can City keep another clean sheet in the Champions League? That is the question. Been all Manchester City. So a tie that's been dominated by City. It's been a strange tie being played at the same ground, neutral venue. It's been a bit weird. Getting a little screened picture there of Aguero. Looking a bit tight there, Aguero. A bit stiff. Don't know what that's all about. Here's Laporte though. Plays a pass to Foden. Aguero now. Zinchenko. Foden. Zinchenko. Here's John Stones from Manchester City. He's got the run of Walker to use. Here's Fernandinho now. Great turn from Dino. It's not a brilliant ball in, but it finds Sterling anyway. Into the penalty area now. Raheem Sterling takes a heavy touch and takes out his man, and it's a free kick. Fernandinho boots the ball into the back of the stand. I think Fernandinho's getting a yellow card there, actually. It's a stupid yellow card to get. 4-0 up on aggregate. Some point we might need Fernandinho. I mean, he's gotten to a point where he's no longer first choice starting in Man City's midfield. But it's a silly yellow card to give away. Fernandinho tried to see if he could find the back of the net, I think. As we're now on 126 likes, so we're 24 likes away from 150, ladies and gentlemen. So appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here. Plenty more football and Manchester City content to come. Plenty more live watch-alongs. We'll be doing live watch-alongs of the quarter-final Champions League games for everybody to look forward to too. So do subscribe and press that bell and put your push notifications on. We're aiming for 16k subscribers. And also if you want to help support the future content created here on my channel, then do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. Go and download the best footballing app out there through the link at the top of my description. So a cross came in there from Manchester City. It's cleared by Monchengladbach only as far as Alexander Zinchenko. Here's Raheem Sterling now on the edge of the penalty area. 7 minutes to go. Oh, it's a great pass and it's a scuffed shot from Monchengladbach and wide for a goal kick there to City. Trying to find that goal. Can they get that goal? Six minutes to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Been a pretty slow, boring second half, really. Here is Edison for City. Stones now. Walker. Stones back to Edison. So a good pass from Edison. Here's Laporte, City substitute that came on. Fernandinho on the yellow card. To Raheem Sterling now. Oh, it's a great back heel from Sterling, keeping the ball alive. Oh, it's a good switch of play from Foden now. Oh, what control from Mahrez into the penalty area. Can he keep hold of the ball? You bet he can. Tries to square it across and it's cleared by Monchengladbach. Been a lot tighter defensively, Monchengladbach, this second half, I have noticed. Probably should have been like that from the off. There we go. Oh, that's a really good tackle on Mahrez. Not sure who what he's called who made the tackle, but it's a good tackle nonetheless. Important to stop Mahrez getting a shot, and he did get stood on and took a little wobble to his leg. Here's Foden now, squares the ball across and out for a corner to Manchester City. 4 minutes to go now. 4 minutes to go. Just going to go through the full-time scores from the other games while we get the conclusion of this game. So in the Championship, it was Cardiff 0, Stoke 0, Derby 2, Brentford 2, Luton 2, Coventry 0, Middlesbrough 2, Preston 0, Rotherham 1, Watford 4, and Bournemouth 3, Swansea 0. In League 1, it was Wimbledon 1, Wigan 1, Blackpool 1, Burton 1, Charlton 3, Bristol Rovers 2, Lincoln 0, Gillingham 3, Milton Keynes Dons 2, Plymouth 1, Oxford United 3, Doncaster 0, Peterborough 1, Portsmouth 0, and Fleetwood Town 2, Ipswich Town 0. In League 2, Cheltenham 0, Barrow 2, Crawley 1, Walsall 1, Port Vale 2, Newport 1, Salford 0, Colchester 0, Scunthorpe 1, Oldham 1, and Mansfield Town 1, Carlisle United 1. Scottish Championship, Dundee 1, Ayr United 3, and Raith Rovers 0, Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1. In the National League as well, finally, as a couple of substitutions are made by Monchengladbach as Vent comes on and Besambi goes off. In the National League, Chesterfield 0, Sutton 1, Halifax 1, Aldershot Town 0, Kings Lynn Town 2, Hartlepool United 2, Stockport 2, Barnet 1, Wrexham 2, Eastleigh 2, Borehamwood 2, Notts County 2, Dagenham and Redbridge 1, Weymouth 1, Maidenhead 1, Torquay United 1, Woking 1, Altrincham 1, and Yeovil Town 1, Bromley 2. Good for both teams to score there, unless you had Chesterfield, Sutton and Halifax Aldershot, but all games had goals in there as well, which is good to see. And in the Champions League, of course, it is Manchester City 2, Monchengladbach 0, which is City leading 4-0 on aggregate, and Real Madrid's currently 3-1 up at home against Atalanta, which means it is 4-1 on aggregate. Atalanta did score to make it 2-1 in the 83rd minute, so I thought it might be game on, but Asensio ended that on the 84th minute. So there we go. Nothing to get too excited about. As De Bruyne picks up the ball, he might be able to give a bit more excitement. Here's Mahrez now into the penalty area, gets a shot away, and it's wide and out of play for a goal kick there to Borussia Monchengladbach. So we've got, what, 100 seconds to go here now, or so, maybe a little bit less. Dragon, always a good feeling going to sleep. No one will be in the quarter-final. Just what you want to see. Just what you want to see. So, final minute now of normal time. See how many minutes are going to be added on. I wouldn't have thought there'd maybe be more than maybe a couple of minutes added on. I don't think I've ever known in my life no minutes to be added on in the first half and second half. I mean, I'd like that to happen, but I don't think that it will. Although it is definitely job done for Manchester City. I can see a couple of minutes being added on, and that will be that. So 20 seconds to go. Now to 128 likes. So can we get to 150? That'd be great. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do subscribe as well. If you are new around here, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out OneFootball, today's video sponsor. Link at the top of my description. Want to go and download their app. There we go, 90th minute then. So it is 2 minutes to be added on. We've got 2 more minutes to go. Can Manchester City keep hold of a clean sheet? Can Borussia Monchengladbach get a goal? A consolation goal, most definitely. It's defended by Aymeric Laporte. He's wanting to keep hold of the clean sheets here for Manchester City. Monchengladbach just give the ball away to De Bruyne. Here's Foden, back to Laporte. Zinchenko now, 90 seconds to go. So Manchester City are officially in the quarterfinals of the Champions League once more. That pesky stage. We've gone out last 3 seasons at the quarterfinal stage. We've gone out to Liverpool, of course, followed by Tottenham Hotspur with that VAR heartbreak, and of course Lyon last season. Can City rectify that this season and go through? Where the Champions League draw will be on Friday, 11 AM GMT, to see who Manchester City face in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League for the quarterfinal stage. Monchengladbach coming forward maybe for the last time. They just pass it out of play. Poor passing straight out of play for a throw-in to Manchester City, and that could well be that for this tie. 2 games at the Puskás Arena in Budapest in Hungary. Job done by Manchester City. We go through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We turn all our focus now onto the FA Cup with a match against Everton at the weekend. Then it's the international break. Here is Phil Foden then. 15 seconds to go. Laporte clears the ball for Manchester City. Monchengladbach just having a last little bit of possession. Can they launch one attack maybe? Last chance of the game. 2 seconds to go here. So we're into added time on added time now. Here's De Bruyne. Mahrez, last attack of the game, into the penalty area. Mahrez gets a shot away and it's just wide. And out of play for a goal kick to Manchester City, but the referee says no. And the full-time whistle does go. It finishes here in Budapest. Manchester City 2, Borussia Monchengladbach 0, and Manchester City win 4-0 on aggregate. Monchengladbach exit the competition. Best of luck to them for the rest of the season, by the way. And it's Manchester City that progress and go through to the quarter-final stage of the Champions League. Last 3 seasons we've gone out at this quarter-final stage. We've gone out to Liverpool, to Tottenham Hotspur and Lyon in the last 3 seasons, retrospectively. Can we put an end to that this season? The draw will be on Friday for everybody to look forward to, and I, of course, will be doing a live reaction to the UEFA Champions League quarter-final draw and giving all of my thoughts on that video. But for here, it's job done. We turn all our focus now to our last game before the international break. It's a straight knockout game, FA Cup, Everton away, quarter-final of that. Can we progress, get to the semi-final and another appearance at Wembley? That is where we'll be turning all of our attention to. So there we go. Manchester City, we go through. Job done. I will go through the statistics for this game, give all of my thoughts, then we'll end the live stream there. So I will go and do the statistics now for you. And I, of course, will be using today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Like I said, if you want to go and download the OneFootball app, then do go and do so through the link at the top of my description. OneFootball have given their man of the match to Kevin De Bruyne. I think I'm going to agree with them and give my JSGC man of the match to Kevin De Bruyne, just purely for that filthy goal that he scored. Definitely deserves the man of the match for me, in my opinion, just for that goal. So, possession for Manchester City, 67%, 33% for Monchengladbach. City won 55% of their duels, compared with 45% Monchengladbach. Aerial duels won by City was at 69%, compared with 31% for Monchengladbach. Couple of offsides apiece for both sides. City had 7 corners, compared with 2 for Monchengladbach. City got 2 goals once more. Monchengladbach have got none, the most important stat of the game. 10 shots for City, 6 on target, 2 goals. not too shabby. Take that form, go into the match against Everton. They're going to be high pressing, a high energy game. It's going to require a different team, different philosophy, a different approach to the game, and certainly a lot more energy than what this game was. Monchengladbach more than happy to let City dictate the pace of the game and what happens in the game. Everton, I don't think, will be doing that, but certainly sort of clinical there from City in the game as a whole. I mean, we could have had 3 or 4, but that was a story from the first leg as well, and it's the same story for the second leg, so I'll take that, if I'm honest. 60% shot accuracy from City and 30% for Monchengladbach. They had 6 shots and 3 on target. Man City had 1 block shot. Monchengladbach had none, and no shots hit the woodwork in this game. 14 tackles for City at a tackle completion rate of 50%. 17 tackles for Monchengladbach at a tackle completion rate of 59%. 17 clearances for Monchengladbach compared with 8 for City. 9 interceptions for Monchengladbach compared with 6 for Manchester City. In terms of passes, City's was at 847 at a pass completion rate of 92%, which isn't too shabby at all. 406 passes for Monchengladbach at a pass completion rate of 804. City had 15 crosses in this game at a successful cross completion rate of just 6.7%, which is pretty poor. But we've never been that brilliant at crossing. We just like to work the ball cross, and then it doesn't really work out. So there we go. It's job done for City. We go through. We join Real Madrid, who have gone through. They've won 3-1 today and 4-1 on aggregate. So we join them in the quarter-finals. We also join Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain and FC Porto. They all go through to the quarter-finals. It's just tomorrow's games to be decided. Bayern Munich will be another one of them teams, so make that 7, as they're currently winning 4-1 against Lazio, with a match at the Allianz Arena where Lazio are going to need some kind of miracle. And then the other game is to be decided is Chelsea taking on Atletico Madrid. Chelsea holding a slender 1-0 advantage, but they do have an away goal, and so Atletico Madrid need to have a perfect performance to knock Chelsea out at Stamford Bridge. They managed to do that at Anfield last year, surprising Liverpool and knocking them out. They're going to need to do something similar. I wouldn't rule out Atletico Madrid certainly, but they're going to need to play better than what they did in that first leg, and Chelsea putting themselves in a very strong position. So there we go. That has been pretty much the summary and everything that's happened in this game. So, like I said, do want to take a time out here to thank everybody for tuning in for this live watch along of this Champions League game. It is much appreciated by me. So thank you to everyone for choosing the JSGC channel for your live watch along coverage. If you have enjoyed this video, then do leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed the video. We are aiming for 150 likes on this live stream. We're 18 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Plenty more football content to come, plenty more Manchester City content to come, plenty more Manchester City live watch alongs to come, and also we're doing live watch alongs of the quarter-final matches in the Champions League with City entering into them stages as well for everybody to look forward to. So if you haven't already, it is free. Then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 16k subscribers. We're less than 200 subs away from that goal, so do subscribe. Also go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. If you want to go and download the OneFootball app, then do go and do so through the link at the top option. I've got my promo video which I'm going to roll for you right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check out the OneFootball app, then do go and do so through the link at the top of my description. That does help to support the future content created on this channel. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. go and leave your thoughts in the live chat right now. If you do with your thoughts, we can do a last bit of interaction quickly. If you're watching this after, then do leave your thoughts in the comments below. We're only 16 likes now away from 150 likes. Mo there, completely agree. Kevin De Bruyne, Manchester City, scoring that sensational goal. So yeah, the Hot Channel, thank you for tuning in. It's much appreciated by me. Have a wonderful evening. Yes, it is late. It's what, 10 PM now here in the United Kingdom. I've got a video to scramble together now for my thoughts and review for this game, which will be up tomorrow at some point for everybody to enjoy. So yeah, I'll see you all again for that. So thank you everyone for watching. I do hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll see you all again for the next live watch along, which will be on Saturday evening for the game between Everton and Manchester City in the FA Cup at Goodison Park for a quarter-final. And speaking of, that's where City are again once more in the Champions League. We go through 2-0 on the night and 4-0 on aggregate. Job done from Manchester City. Quarter-finals, see us all there. Live reaction to that draw will be out on Friday. The draw is taking place on Friday, 11 AM GMT for the quarter-final draw for the Champions League. And I think they're going to have the semi-final draw as well. So I'll give you all of my thoughts for that to look forward to. Stay tuned for that video on Friday. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Good night. God bless, and I'll see you all again very soon. So I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.